Hello everyone, in today's video we're going to be taking a look at Antergos Linux. Now this system is based on Arch Linux, but it does have a much simpler installer than Arch. It also gives you the option of 5 different desktop environments, although I think that might be more actually, but it does install GNOME 3 by default. And it follows a roll and release model, which means once you've installed the latest version, you do not need to perform any major upgrades again. It does download the barebone essentials to be a good daily driver during the installation, so that would be things like media players, etc. It is very popular in non-English speaking countries as well, as it has very good language support. And a long time ago, it used to be known as Cinnarch, so that's a hybrid of Arch Linux and the Cinnamon UI. During the installation you also have a highly customizable experience, so you can install the programs that you want. So you can install, I don't know, LibreOffice or Chromium, whatever. And the only not so good things I could find about this system is the fact that it no longer supports 32-bit systems. So that isn't very good for those who cannot afford to upgrade their PC. Although, saying that, 32-bit systems are, well, they've stopped making them years ago, so that's understandable really now. Anyway, let's get to it and start exploring this OS. Right, so here we are at the desktop. Everything appears to be loaded. We've got many pre-installed applications, and as I say, as we selected in the setup process, we've got the LibreOffice suite as well, which is very nice. And everything looks rather modern. Yeah, and I really like the layout. Let's have a look at tweaks, shall we? I always like it when there's a thing that says tweaks. Oh, so this is basically settings. Yeah, so this is just a way of customizing how you would like your desktop environment. Which we add seconds on as well. Week numbers. Oh, how many weeks it's been? Yeah. Since the beginning of the year. Yeah, so there's some nice tweaks there, and we've got files as well. I wonder if this is a native file manager. It looks quite similar. Yeah, well, it looks quite similar to the ones that they usually have in most Linux distros. Which is quite nice. And as I say, I've got terminal as well. I presume you can still do like apt-get commands in this, unless it's not, well, unless it's not like Ubuntu is. Right, so we've also got a HP device manager, which is quite interesting. I am running this on a HP Pavilion, but no, that just seems like to set up a new device. Oh, that's mainly for printers and things like that. I was about to say, because I'm running this on, well, this VM is running on a HP Pavilion, and I was wondering if it had picked up that during the installation and installed the appropriate drivers. Well, not that Linux is particularly needy of drivers. Let's have a look at settings. So we've got quite a few here. It looks very smart. Maximize this, shall we? Details. Yeah. Oh, we've got some nice desktop background options there. It's always nice to see. I always wonder with these whether they've paid for these photos or whether there's... Oh, no system tray detected on the system. Okay then. Yeah, well, I've always I always wonder if like they've got photo competitions or whatever. I know they have on some other Linux distros, which is quite nice. Well, I suppose Linux is commonly known as the creator's operating system. People who like to make things. Yeah, this is a big one. Region and language. It has got very good language support. So I've heard that it's particularly popular in Spain, actually, of all places, and well, that's because it's obviously has got good Spanish support then. Online accounts. Yeah, so that's the settings there anyway. And what else was I going to do? Yeah, so I mean, I'm pretty certain that the internet's working properly. Right, so yeah, Google loads up. That means the internet is working just fine. And well, I mean, it looks like a really nice operating system. And this is the latest cutting-edge version of LibreOffice. That is version 6.1.3.2. And yeah, that's on the fast release version, not the slow and stable one. So yeah, I mean, that's basically it really. I really do like that this is a rolling release operating system, because it can be quite annoying, like if you're in the middle of a project or whatever and then you get this big notification saying, oh, you need to upgrade to the latest LTS version of whatever distro you're running. Well, because I find that quite annoying. But yeah, I really do like the fact that it's a rolling release, so it doesn't interfere too much with what you're doing. As I say, also you can install Steam on this, so probably, yeah, I'll just try to download a load of updates now. And play on Linux, which is also, it's a bit like, I'm not sure if you've heard of the Wine Windows Program Loader, I think it's called. It's a bit similar to that, except it's mainly for games. And one of the main things that's holding Linux back from being a real mainstream OS is the fact that it hasn't got very good support for native games. And if game developers actually, here it is, play on Linux. So if gaming developers actually help. Yeah, so let's go no. Oh, that's quite cool. Yeah, so as I say, yeah, that's the only thing that I see that's really holding Linux back. More developers need to start thinking about giving better support towards Linux. And another thing I find as well is there was this big thing about Microsoft joining the Linux Foundation, and the way I see it, if they really do support Linux, then why don't they make Linux compatible with Office 365, or why don't they make more, well, just native Windows programs compatible with Linux? But yeah, that's some light thinking for you lot to do. And I really do like this OS. So yeah, I mean, that basically brings it to the end of this video really. It is very nice and very stable, and I have enjoyed using it. So I do hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel to be notified when new videos are released, and until next time, goodbye.